Guys, and welcome back to another video. So it's springtime here in Scotland, which means the dogs are starting to shed. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to go through grooming and how to care for the coat of a border collie. So guys, today we're going to be talking about grooming and how to properly care for the coat of a border collie. Now Storm, she came into shed first. She came into shed probably about 3 weeks ago, and Echo's been in shed for about a week and a half, and we're going to groom them both, and we're going to talk about the differences between short-haired and long-haired border collies when it comes to their coat. But first, we're going to have a little bit of fun. So guys, what we're going to start off with is grooming Storm. So a lot of people are asked to wash my dogs, and I very rarely wash them. So Storm had her first bath in 2 years just a few weeks ago before she started shedding, and that's because she was rolling in something and it irritated her neck, and I washed it off. But that's one of the only times I'll wash my dogs. If they're dirty, I will just wait till it dries and brush them, because it is much healthier for their coat. But let's get started. I mean, you can see the hair that's just coming up. So guys, I am using a vacuum brush, and what we're starting off with Storm, and which I find really good for the short coated dogs when they're in shed, is this shedding brush. Yeah, good gal. Just look at the hair with hoover brush, and it doesn't scare the dogs. You can tell my dogs don't really like being groomed, but they will let you. They just the problem with my dogs is they don't stand still long enough. Yeah, come on, good gal. So guys, with the short-haired border collies, I find the shedding tends to be much worse. It comes off like a sheet, and short-haired border collies can sometimes get dry skin when they're shedding, and again, brushing should help with that, making sure you're getting all that dead hair out. Also guys, I find with the short-haired border collies, they tend to actually get a lot hotter than the long-haired dogs. Whether that's just because the fur is tighter, I don't know, but certainly Storm always comes into shed first, and Storm also sleeps outside of her kennel a lot of the summer. She tends to sleep on the roof of her kennel box, indicating it's probably too warm inside the kennel for her throughout the summer. Good girl. And you can see just how much hair we're getting with this shedding brush. So that's why I really like them for the short-haired dogs, because they get right into that coat and pull that dead hair out. So the reason I don't really wash my dogs too often, guys, is because it can actually damage the oils in their coat, whereas brushing doesn't. Brushing really helps. And so other than shedding time, Storm's routine is generally a 5-minute brush every now and again when she needs it. Storm's quite a clean dog anyway. She doesn't get herself muddy, and she's quite good at cleaning herself. So Storm probably needs the least brushing, And I find with the short-haired dogs, they do generally stay a lot cleaner. Mud and things don't really hang on to the fur the same. So I've been brushing her for 7 minutes now, and you can see the hair's still coming away like this. I know. Right. Right. What's going on? I see you. Still a little bit covered in hair, but I could brush and brush and brush, and I still won't get it all. But I've got a good majority of the sort of grey, dead-looking hair. So now we're just going to put on the grooming brush and give it a bit of a finish. Here, Storm. Storm. So just a couple of things that I noticed there as well. So Storm has got a little bit of dry skin just in the very centre of her back, but that's pretty common when border collies are shedding. It's nothing really to worry about. When they stop shedding, it goes back to normal. So, but brushing does help with that because you're removing that dead hair, and it's that dead hair that's causing the dry skin. And then we're going to see here how much hair we got from Storm. So you can see that has filled that space, all that hair that we've just brushed out, and that was maybe 15 minutes of brushing. Okay guys, so now we're going to talk about long-haired border collies. So it's pretty much the same thing. I don't really wash them either. I brush them. The major difference here is I would generally just go straight for the grooming brush with the long bristles. I find Echo here, come here. I find that the shedding brush hasn't got a long enough comb to get all the way through that hair, and Echo's hair is quite long. If you look at that, that is probably at least the length of my fingers anyway, probably a bit more. So I just go straight for the long bristled grooming brush. Hi Eck, here. Oh, good boy. You can see Echo's a little bit more partial to this than Storm is. Good boy though. Do your face. You can see he's actually got something stuck in his fur there, some mud. So watch this. And there you go, absolutely nothing there now. And how long did I brush that? 30 seconds and that mud's out. So it just shows you don't have to wash your dog because it's dirty. Sometimes it's a lot better to brush them, because brushing doesn't wash the oils out of their coat, and it's that oil which helps them keep their coat clean. So the other thing I would say with the long-haired border collies, the shedding doesn't seem as bad, and that is because the hair is longer and it tends to come out in clumps rather than single hairs which go everywhere. But it does put them at a higher risk of knotting. So definitely at shedding time it's very important that you're brushing that dead hair out, or you're going to get big mats and knots. So another big difference with a long coat is probably a bit obvious, but it does tend to get more mud caught up in it. When the dogs are running around in the mud, it tends to dry to long pieces of fur. But again, brushing is such a simple solution. Get a good brush and brush it out. You can almost maybe see it, the brush sticking in that dead hair as it pulls it out from the underneath of the coat. And again, that's why I use the long bristle brush for the long-haired border collies. Good boy, Eck. Aren't you good boy? He's a good boy. He is. Are you gonna get a treat for this? And so guys, there you go. So I brushed Echo there for about 8 minutes. I am getting quite a bit of hair off him, but maybe not as much as I got off Storm. We'll show you what we've got here. You can see far less, but still good to get it out. And I mean, this process will continue every couple of days until they stop shedding, basically, and just making sure that I'm removing that dead hair. Other than that, border collies' coats will look after themselves most of the time. Like I say, I brush my dogs when they get dirty, and sometimes that's not even necessary because the oil that's in the coat actually protects the coat, and that's why dirt slides off so easily. So I can't stress enough, guys, that overwashing your dog can be bad for its coat, but brushing is very good for your dog's coat. So just get on brushing, and other than that, the coat should look after itself. Guys, that is how to groom a border collie. So thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and if you want to check out either Ridgeline or Dr. John's, the links will be in the description.